talking about deepfakes. So we worked on predicting human enjoyment on deepfakes. It's with some machine learning algorithms, but overall the project is about understanding user perspectives on deepfakes. I'm Sanjay Shah. I'm from National University of Singapore. I'm going to present this work, and this work was jointly done with Professor Maite Maria Teresa Soto Sanfiel. Yeah, so let's get started. So deepfakes, I think, is already a very hot topic. We already know a lot about it. It is a technology that creates fake videos of human talking to a camera, right? And it can be done with visual editing. It can be done with audio cloning, and together or one either, right? So in using these methods, like there are methods which can create very sophisticated videos, which we call deepfakes, and there are videos which are cheap, like we can do it with a mobile filter through an app, any app that we have, like Snapchat or Facebook, something like this. So a deepfake, highly carefully prepared deepfake can look very realistic.
Tú sabes por qué a mí se me entendió en todo el mundo. Por el acento. Y no solo me refiero a la forma de hablar, me refiero a ese pellizco. Acento es que se te escucha hasta el hipo. A todo esto lo llaman ahora empowerment, ¿no?
Sí, Lola, pero tú siempre lo llamaste poderío.
This was an advertisement of a Spanish drink, right, in Spain, Barcelona. And this is a very popular deceased Spanish singer, Lola Flores. She is no more, but this advertisement was created using deepfake technology, where the background actor is actually one of her relatives, right? But it is not her. The voice and the face is totally faked, right? There is a high production. Now there are some low production deepfakes as well. For example, we find it's in not deepfakes. We can call it cheap fakes, like low production fake face images.
Babe, are you okay?
Yeah.
Really? Why are you crying?
I'm not crying.
Baby, you're not crying?
No.
Stop making that face, Hannah.
I'm not making anything.
Stop.
So this was a crying filter on our phone. Like we can put this filter on the images that we have in our selfie camera, and it will turn our face to a crying face, right? Now, this is funny. It's a funny video, but like imagine it can be used other way, right? I can record this kind of video of some of your relative, and I send it to you, like he is in distress. Send me some money. I might scam you, right? So, I mean, there are both the funny side and the wrong side as well. Now, so these are the two things that we're dealing with here. Now, there have not been too many experiments on how people perceive deepfakes. Like there have been research on like how uncertain deepfakes are towards the media consumers. Then any specific strategies how to prevent deepfakes, deepfake detection, which I work on. My PhD is on deepfake detection. There are technical advances on deepfake detection, but how, like, what are the causes that deepfakes can be a threat is not fully understood. So, and also like people do not understand understand the deepfake technology very well. It's not a common knowledge. They know what deepfake is, they know that it is around, but they do not know the implications about deepfakes. So like we did a literacy program recently, which is kind of a like 3-level workshop. So it's a 2-level workshop. It's a 2-day workshop with teenage students, high school students, right? And we found very interesting things that people want to know about deepfakes. They are really concerned, the teenagers who use the phones, who use the social media the most, right? So yeah, so this I'll come back to this later. So there are deepfakes that are dangerous. So they have high risk implications, like they can destabilize democracy. They can also affect vulnerable populations. So there are disturbing deepfakes, right? But like, however, like all these disturbing or dangerous deepfakes are uh, these discussions have been mostly based on uh, opinions, right? Not concrete evidence, like how disturbing it is, like how damaging deepfake videos are. Now there are also positive deepfakes as well. Uh, so the positive deepfakes can be like, I mean, can be used in media production, right? The advertisement is a positive use of deepfakes. There have been deepfakes, the Tokyo Drift movie, there where they replaced the uh, Paul's head, like, I mean, there, and also all the Irishman movies, all the recent Hollywood movies, they're using deepfakes all the time now. So there have been positive uses as well, that and light uses like Snapchat filters kind of uses. Now, the the motivation for this work is to understand how deepfakes can be viral, like how the deepfakes can be viral. And if something becomes viral, if a media, if a text, if a image becomes viral, then it might create some problems, right? Now, if you remember, there have been an image of Donald Trump getting dragged from the court. Then there was an image of Pope wearing a plush jacket, right? So those kind of images, like, they get viral. Now, what are the things that get viral? That is, and what motivates the people to make something viral by sharing in the social media? That is what we want to look into in this particular paper. So virality of deepfake is the one of the main reasons of their success. Now, deepfake as a content we know, but are they really that much of a threat to become viral? Now, we want to see the intention to share. Now, most important genre of deepfake or any media that is fake is actually political genre, right? So we focus on political genre and we focus on other genres as well. In the broad spectrum of our research, we ask these three research questions. One, do the audience show different attitudes towards deepfakes depending on their genre? Then, what are the motivations of the audience for sharing or not sharing the deepfakes? And how do audiences psychologically process the deepfakes of different genres? So this is the objective that I already told about. Now, we have this exploratory research in 3 stages, with focus groups, then online surveys, and computational methods like ML methods. So in the focus group is an initial study to understand what are the variables that we need to compute, what we need to understand. So in the focus group, we had 6 groups, 27 participants. We have shown the focus group participants deepfake videos of different genres. Then deepfake of the researchers, like my deepfake or my Professor Maite's deepfake, then deepfake of themselves. So the participants, we created a small video clip of deepfake of their images and showed it back to them. Now, we asked question about the effects and effects. What do they think about it? What do they think about the realism in the fake video, positive, negative application, trust, and sharing mentality? Will they share or not? So some of the interesting responses, I mean, I put it up here, but this one you can think like I think it could potentially be quite problematic because, like she was saying, very strong political points. So if there's a political point, people get stirred up, right? Then it seemed normal to me, like a real one. I can't make a difference between a fake one and a real one. Some videos, if it is done properly, it can fool the human eyes. So based on this, we designed our survey, and in the survey, we try to measure these following variables, like how familiar one person is with the video. Like, so I show you a deep fake of Tom Cruise. Most of you might know. I show you a deep fake of a local actor that only I know. Maybe you are not familiar, you don't care, right? So that is the thing. Narrative transportation, how immersed you are in the message. perceived realism, do you think this video is going to be very real, or is it very real that you cannot differentiate? Message evaluation, do you think this message makes sense? Now, deepfake, I'm only talking about images, right? Now, then the message, what message I'm conveying in the deepfake? Is it a normal message, or is it a very politically disturbing message, or is it a controversial message? Do you agree with the message? Do you not agree with the message? These are the things. Then, do you enjoy the deepfake, and are you going to share the deepfake, right? So, in the user survey, we show them deepfakes of these genres: advertisement, one we already saw, the advertisement, then celebrity, entertainment, political deepfakes, and cheap fakes or low quality deepfakes. So a celebrity deepfake like this one from Simon Cowell was presented in American Idol. So this was a live deepfake in American Idol of the judge who is sitting in front, right? Then some entertainment, fun deepfakes like in from
I'm fully
movie
capable
clips.
of appreciating this phenomenon without the extraneous sentimentality humans find so necessary.
Are you two friends?
Yes. We're colleagues. I respect Mr. Kim for his intelligence and his integrity. You're implying a desire on my part that simply does not exist.
So this is Obama on Star Trek, right? Is it Star Trek? Or, I don't see the movie, but yeah, right. Okay. Then in a political deepfake, like it can be done like this.
Democracy is a fragile thing, more fragile than you want to believe. If the election fails, there is no democracy. I don't have to do anything. You're doing it to yourselves. People are divided.
Okay, so this one is the deepfake of Kim Jong-un. It was also done carefully with a, yeah, like it's a media production studio. They have a very good YouTube channel as well. They did it before the, I think, 2020 election, if I'm not wrong. So it's a 2019 technology, this one. Now it's 2024. The technology has evolved a lot more. So yeah, so these are the videos. These are some of the videos that we used. I have shown you one video from each genre. Okay, so these 4 genres are the high quality deepfakes, realistic deepfakes, more realistic deepfakes compared to the cheap deepfakes, right? Cheap fakes. Now, in the survey, we had 1,035 US participants. We recruited them through Prolific. Each participant watched 1 out of the 10 videos from this. Every genre had 2 videos, right? And then they were asked they completed a questionnaire. So in summary, like we have 71 items, we measured 9 variables, we took their demographics, but no identifiable information. Then we asked them about different variables. So for example, in perceived realism, we asked them about the visual elements, if they were realistic, if the audio elements were realistic. In narrative transportation, we asked if they could imagine themselves in the deepfake that they are watching. Then if the deepfake affected them emotionally. It's deepfake, but like it's overall a video, right? So now we try to measure using the non-linear methods. Now the non-linear methods, meaning that is machine learning methods with gradient boost and neural nets. So basically, I want to the ML algorithms are not the like novel things here, but the findings are interesting here. So what are the 4 factors that influence people to share a deepfake? Like they watch a deepfake, they know it is a deepfake, but they will still share it in social media, right? Then if they enjoy the deepfake, if it's an enjoyable deepfake. Now, remember, the videos that we have shown, there was no, like, we already told them this is a deepfake, this is intentionally made. Okay, now will you share it? Then they answered this. So they enjoyed if they enjoy the deepfake, it has higher odds of getting shared, right? Then if they have narrative attention, which means that if they're immersed in the story, they believe in the story, And then familiarity of the deepfake. Again, if you are familiar with the person that is in the deepfake video, your favorite actor, your favorite singer, then you might share. So basically, these are the factors, but then we try to see how does the genre affect the sharing. Now, of course, the political genre has the lowest percentage for sharing, but the other genres, like for example, the advertisements, have very high percentage of sharing. 12% of the respondents told that they are going to share. Now, advertisement, we used the advertisement from the drink from Spain. Then the other advertisement was, I think, Lionel Messi's Adidas advertisement, where there were multiple fake Lionel Messis in one video. Yeah. So interesting fact, like cheap fakes getting more share, advertisement getting more share, political not more share. So interesting find. People are careful about the genre. So people are actually very concerned before sharing by nature. But if they enjoy something, they will share. Now, we try to do the prediction. We train the prediction model as well. This is not to get the high accuracy only. This is also to understand what the model thinks about the factors, about the features that impact the sharing. So the models have very good accuracy, like 86% overall accuracy for enjoyment and 84% for sharing. The two bars are for overall accuracy and class-wise accuracy, because there's a class imbalance as well. But overall, what we understand what are the features that impact or what influence a person to share a deepfake. Findings, 9.1%. Only 9.1% in average will share deepfake in their social media. High correlation between enjoying of a deepfake and sharing. So if someone enjoys, they are more likely to share than receivers who decided to share deepfake perceive more realism. So if I share a deepfake, I think this video is real. This video is very realistic. My friends should also see this. Then these are the variables that are more associated with sharing. That is enjoyment. I mean, I'm repeating the same thing, but yeah, you got it. So findings overall can be like, I'm quoting from the survey questionnaire. Like I would like to watch more deepfakes impersonating this person. Like familiarity with the stimuli. If it is familiar, then deepfake was entertaining. I enjoyed the deepfake. I feel the deepfake was humorous. Enjoyment is a factor. The deepfake was of high quality. The deepfake was persuasive, perceived realism, right? So these are the factors that impact, that result in sharing of a deepfake. These are the factors that make a deepfake viral. So in summary, I'm not going to read all this out, but in summary, what happens is we introduced a model that confirms that people respond to deepfakes drawing up on different genres, then different messages. If they believe in a message, they might share it. If they know the stimuli, they share it. Know the stimuli as in if they know the person in the video, they will share. Then it also shows overall the individuals are aware of the AI generated videos or deepfake videos, right? So if they're aware of this, they don't want to actively participate in sharing misinformation overall, right? So now there are some things that in this study that could be changed, which we are working on now. For example, the participants were aware of the deepfakes. We told them there are two reasons. One is first, we wanted to see how they react when they know already that it is a fake video. Two, we had to go through IRB and we had to go through the ethical things, and we couldn't deceive the participants. That's one reason. Then the stimuli we used, of course, there are so many kinds of deepfake videos that we cannot cover in one survey, or 2-3 surveys as well that we did. Then the model of psychological responses, the second last one, to deepfake introduced by the study would be tested with malicious. So we did not use any malicious deepfake. right? Those are almost benign deepfakes, almost benign. So the political, the Kim Jong-un one as well, we're telling them it's a fake, it's a fake, it's a fake. So there is no malicious deepfake that can be, this study can be done with malicious deepfakes. And yeah, I mean, basically a more like comprehensive study is on the way. So these are the things that we are working on next. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you. You can, if you like to know more about our research and if you want to collaborate, you can hit me up in this email address or my ID. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Any question or comment? Thank you. So I'm just curious about in the maybe page 19 or so when you analyze the factors of whether people want to want to share or not. So it is necessary to also consider this aspect that the participant is a kinds of people that usually sharing things or not.
Sorry.
Yeah, here is a people, so is a kind of people that want to usually share things to others or not.
So that's a very good question. Thank you. So what the participants do here is like we ask them a question in the pre-test before showing them the videos. Is that are you like how affined they are, like how used to they are with technology and how used to they are with social media? Do they really share social media? So this is the participant is like a US representatives participants, set of participants from the Prolific, and basically most of them is correlated with this. So if they are not, so if they are not sharing too much in social media by default in their regular life, they will not share a deepfake either, right? Yeah. So of course that is correlated. That means that deepfake doesn't really like cause a separate kind of wave other than a normal wave, right? So if someone shares videos by regular, it's a deepfake video for them, it doesn't really matter. They might share. If I don't share, even if it's a deepfake video, I will not share. That's a common pattern. Yeah. The deepfake doesn't by default, like it doesn't cause extra caution for the users or the media consumers. Yeah.
Yeah, but here maybe for example the people who share things irregular maybe more influenced by enjoyment or the narrative attention, but the people who didn't does not do that, so maybe not influenced by this maybe. So these factors are more, how to say, maybe on the people that share things irregular.
Yeah. So if there are people who share regularly, now if I can target them and make something funny or enjoyable for them, I can just nudge them a little bit to share it in social media. For example, again, I'm going back, I don't have the image here, but the Donald Trump image and the Pope image, see, both of them are like very known figures. The images are, at that time when the Donald Trump image came out, for many actually it was very funny. So people share, right? It was funny to see. They know it is fake. Most of them already know. In Twitter, they already knew it was fake, but they shared because it looked funny to them, right? So I can make the image funny. Now, that image was intentionally made like this. Now, if I don't make the image funny or like not realistic, then they might not share. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. I think time is up. So
thank you so much. I
just,
think I took more time. Sorry about that.
move to next presentation. So if you have any other questions to him, so please use the rest time. Thank you. So